In this video, we're going to talk about how to cycle an aquarium so that you can have a safe and healthy environment for your fish. Hey, what's up? It's Ty here, and welcome to my channel, Aquariums with Ty. And if you're new here, my channel is all about tips videos as well as product review videos, so consider subscribing. Also, at any point in the video, check out the notes and links in the description below, and I'll post anything that I talk about as well as anything I forget. This video is number 2 in a series I'm doing, which is Aquarium Basics. So if you want to see the first video, it's how to set up a freshwater aquarium. Let's get into the video. So what is cycling an aquarium? Cycling an aquarium is when you let beneficial bacteria grow inside the filter and inside the interior of your fish tank, and the bacteria is what breaks down the fish waste, which creates a healthy environment for your fish to live in. If you didn't cycle your aquarium, it would basically be like your fish living in a toilet. A lot of pet stores will tell you that you need to let your aquarium run for a week before you add fish, and that's how you cycle an aquarium. But this isn't true. You actually need to let you actually need an ammonia source for the bacteria to feed on so that it'll colonize in the aquarium. So just letting the filter run is not going to cycle your tank. So basically, simply put, cycling your aquarium is providing an ammonia source for the bacteria to colonize before you add the fish. One thing that we can use to cycle our aquariums is actually pure cleaning ammonia, like pure household ammonia. You just want to make sure that the only ingredients are ammonia or ammonia and water. With this, I would do about half a capful for 50 gallons and a full capful for 100 gallons. And I would dose that once a week for about 3 to 4 weeks. If you do this method, you want to make sure that you test the water before you add your fish to make sure that there's no ammonia and this tank is actually cycled, because you don't want to just drop your fish into a tank full of ammonia. So another method of cycling your aquarium is just throwing actual fish food into your aquarium. Some people will buy like raw shrimp or something like that, but all you have to do is just basically dose your aquarium with fish food, and that fish food will create ammonia when it decomposes. This is the way that I use. Well, another method is the hardy fish method, and people will buy a hardy fish that is resistant to fluctuating water parameters. Typically it's a lot of the beginner type fish, and they'll just throw one of those in the aquarium, and that will produce the ammonia and start the aquarium cycle for the bacteria to grow. I personally don't like this method because the health of the animal is the #1 most important thing to me. So with that method, there are some things that you can do to help the fish be safer in that environment, such as using AM guard, ammonia guard, which Seachem also sells. There's other companies that sell it too, and I'll link in the description below. If you end up doing the hardy fish method, I would make sure that you're doing water changes as often as you possibly can, not just once a week. Probably the fastest way to cycle your aquarium though is taking filter media like bio rings, bio balls, a sponge, or anything that creates surface area in an aquarium. Take that from one of your friends' aquariums, or maybe if you have a nice local fish store that is willing to give you some media that has established bacteria in it. You take that bacteria or that filter media and put it in your aquarium, and that bacteria is already there and it just has to replicate, and this process is much faster. So all of these methods take about 3 to 4 weeks to cycle your aquarium. So I recommend using Seachem Stability, which is a bottled bacteria. So you basically will just dose your aquarium with bacteria, and then since you have the ammonia source, it will basically instantly cycle your aquarium. And I don't mean like instantly cycle, but it will speed up the cycle of your aquarium dramatically. I would still wait about a week to actually add your fish though. So when you're cycling your aquarium, it's important that you know exactly what's happening, so when you go to test the water parameters, you know what you're looking at. For example, when ammonia is in your aquarium, the bacteria then breaks it down into nitrite. And then after that, the bacteria will further break the nitrite down into nitrate. This is called the nitrogen cycle, and that's basically where cycling your tank gets its name. So when you test your aquarium and you see nitrates or nitrites, you know the bacteria is starting to do its job. It's when the nitrites and ammonia reaches 0, that's when you know that the aquarium is safe. Nitrate isn't broken down any further by bacteria, and because of this is why we do water changes in the freshwater aquarium hobby. So basically, you'll want to watch how much you feed your fish and how many fish you have in your aquarium. So I typically like to have a lighter stocked aquarium because then I can just do a weekly water change. I typically do about a 50% water change every week. And finally, after your tank is cycled, you want to make sure that you add fish slowly. Don't just add 50 fish all at once, because every time you add more fish, the fish produce more ammonia, so you'll need the bacteria to replicate to how much ammonia is being produced. So let me know what method you guys use. Also, let me know what method you plan on trying to use if you're new to the aquarium hobby. And until next time, guys, Aquariums with Ty, bringing you the weekly tips and reviews for you to try on your aquariums. See you later. Alright, so here's my tank cycling. You can see that I have the uneaten fish food in here. If I move this, you can see, yeah, see that. So this tank is already cycled, but I'm doing the cycling method to keep it cycled until I get fish, which is going to be my next video on how to add fish. I also have these plants in here. This helps reduce ammonia. This is the Anubias Nana Petite. I took it out of another aquarium, which means it has bacteria growing on it, and that helps keep the tank cycled. So that's what I'm doing, and I can't wait to show you the fish that I decided to put in this aquarium and to show you the journey of this aquarium. So yeah, subscribe guys, and thanks for watching.